All right, you guys ready for your next comedian? All right, he's a very funny man. I want you to show a lot of love. Put your hands together for Socrates.
Hi, I changed my name. Yeah, this is a high quality production, as you can see.
Holy shit, I could have done it quicker.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, we'll hope that has. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing today? My name is Socrates. I am an American. Thanks. Appreciate it. A lot of love and support. Anybody else have a problem with the really old people? Just me? You know, they start all the wars, screwed up our environment, and some of them, they follow the GPS onto the bike path while driving. Yeah. There's a specific old guy I got a problem with, and I bumped into him, let's just put it that way. So it's been a couple months ago, and I was doing pretty good till Monday, and it turns out it's going shitty now, so I'm probably going to have a surgery soon, so yay, I got that going for me. So all things considered, you know, I'm a little less worried about climate change. Appreciate that. One person sees my dead funny. Hey, that's all you can do sometimes. So, yeah, I'm finding the world difficult. You know, I'm trying to deal with it, trying to be optimistic, you know, because they put me on drugs. I got one audience. Woo! Look, drugs are a short-term solution, you know. They might have longer-term consequences, but if you're not really planning for the long term, it all works out, you know. I also got some other problems, like the young people, you know, because in the end, the old dude, he wasn't the actual problem. It was the young guy who was staring at the old dude driving on the bike path, you know, thinking emoji thoughts, or I don't know what he was doing. And but I saw him, because I came around the blind corner, and I saw this. And then there was a boom, and a flying shit, and a landing, and a braking, and then, you know, I had to talk to the ambulance people. Those are nice guys. You know, they got an attitude, I felt, that it's like, you know, it's like that girlfriend who's way better looking than you, you know. You need me way more than I need you, you know. So pipe down and do this my way. He was grabbing my jacket, yanking it off. It really hurt, so I was trying to say something like, you're really hurting me, you know. She looked right at me, even though it was a dude. And but in the end, it worked out. He gave me fentanyl, which was kind of cool. I like the fentanyl. Not as much as morphine. If you've got a choice, morphine, a much, much better drug. And you've tried a little morphine, have you? The dog's done some morphine? The dog is morphine. I got you. Oh, the dog's a great audience member, too. But, yeah, they offered me more morphine. I said yes to that as well. And since then, I was doing Oxycontin because it helped me sleep, you know, because I couldn't really sleep without it. So I take a lot of naps, you know. 3-4 times a day, I got to go for a quick nap, you know. But then I found out this thing's got to be surgically repaired, which is not a good thing. That's what the Dutch call medically a helaas pindakaas situation. Yeah. And if you don't know, by the way, that is not useful to know what that means if you think you lost out on that moment and you didn't, because that translates into oh well peanut butter. Yeah. Not helpful, right? Dutch say it a lot. Yeah, they like that one. It's one of their favorite little things to go with, you know. That when it's like there's nothing they can say to really help, they say, it comes good. Yeah. They do, right? I mean, and you know, therapists will say it, you know, everyone will say it, you know, trains coming, it comes good. I don't know. I think there's only one time that it's useful, this piece of advice, it comes good. It's when you're shopping around for a male prostitute. Yeah. How's that work? This? Yeah. It comes good. On the backside? Ooh. Helaas and pindakaas. But, so let's see if I have more to say here. All right, well, the other things was, the other really great Dutch word that really applies, unfortunately, if there's anybody going out with a Dutch person who's an expat or an immigrant, depending on which way you came this way? Nobody? Anybody going out with anybody? Another group of masturbators. Woo, my people. We'll meet after the show. There's a weird word in Dutch. It's you hear it every now and then. It's And Dutch people use it without even, they don't realize I even said it, you know. I hear myself saying it like when I'm waiting for trains, and it's like I'm kind of reviewing my world. I'm like, And there's worse times to hear it, you know what I mean? It's like after sex. It's not supportive, it's not helpful. I mean, it doesn't really matter then, you know what I mean? But how was that? I mean, it's better than hearing it before sex. You want to go do this? Now I'm turned on, yeah. But so yeah, the whole thing about the pills are, again, it's an easy fix, and doctors don't really know what the hell they're doing. So it's like actually my dentist, she fell on a bike because these things are deadly. She broke her elbow and her wrist, and they didn't notice the elbow, so they put a cast on her wrist. So she had a broken elbow, hanging a cast. Couple months, and her doctor friend of hers checked her out, said your elbow is broken, so they finally fixed it on her. And you know, with me, this is all they gave me. So like if this thing actually snaps again, I've told myself if it breaks on its own, because it's like getting really weak, it'll just be like the first day, because this is what they gave me, literally, no cast, no nothing, you know. Yeah, exactly. They call this conservative treatment, which is a nice way of saying the Dutch are cheap. Yeah. Had I fallen at the crucifixion? Same thing. Wrap a vine around me, give me some opium. It comes good. But yeah, I was worried about the monkeypox thing. Is anybody else worried about monkeypoxes? You know? No one else? You know? Are you a couple of people? You know? Is it because of the gay sex? You know? Because I'm not worried about that part of it. I do like to fuck a monkey, but that's just between me and the monkey. Yeah. So is anybody else invested in crypto? Yeah. Or the stock market or the future? Anybody invested in tomorrow is my question, because I'm 56 and I'm good with it. I'm really good with it, you know. I have a theory basically in life. Your life starts at 20, because prior to that you don't really make any decisions. Anyone here younger than 20? See, they didn't have the choice to come here. They couldn't make up their mind. They said, let's go to comedy. The parents said, no, we'll go to a different part. But so I think your life starts around when you turn 20 years old. So at 56, I'm actually 36. You're going to appreciate this later in life if you remember this. Tell me. So my dad is 92, which happens to be 36 years older than I am now. So if I lived at my father's age, I will have lived my entire adult life again. Not the good youth part, mind you. This shitty, broken up old part going forward. But I gotta tell you, I don't know if I'm up for it, you know? I don't know if I got the energy for it, and I'm not sure about, you know, what's going forward, you know? So, I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle, or maybe a horse or something. A punchline for that? I don't really know. But, so, I don't know if I got much left to go on here, so like I said, I'm looking forward to next week. I don't know what's going to happen, but if you see me around, say hi. And, yeah, the weird thing about this whole, oh, thank God, I was waiting to see it eventually, but I was going to keep going, because, you know, like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing next week. I'll be thinking about this in the hospital, though. And, is anybody else noticing the economy is like an impossible, sunless game, you know? Like, I was young years ago when it was sort of better, and, you actually made kind of money back then. It was weird. They hadn't figured out how to take all of it from you. And I noticed this endless inflationary thing. When you get a little bit ahead, there's always money that someone takes it from you. Like, it's not so bad here because you don't need a car. Like Anthony was saying, in the U.S., you need a car for everything. And we always had that same situation. You finally get $400 or $500 to get ahead, you know, you get a flat tire, you know, get $2,000 ahead, the transmission will blow out, you know what I'm saying? So one way or the other, they always seem to make the poorest, the lowest amount of money is always the least amount of money, no matter how much you have. If you have $1 million, it ain't worth shit, you know what I mean? And if you end up with $1 million, some old motherfucker's going to drive on a bike path, some young dumbass going to stare at her, and you're going to end up being fucked up one way or the other. So enjoy it while you have it. Trust me when I tell you. My name is Socrates. Hope to see you again soon. That's all I got. See you, Anthony. Who makes me feel better about myself? And let's see if we can do this.
That's good. You're fine. Go. Just fucking.
Give it up, Socrates, huh? Socrates in the amazing arm sling.